If it was already bright after the crime, it would be easy for the villagers to find him, and he wouldn't be able to escape so. The timid Yang Xin-hai quickly retreated outside Beilu village. He took off the old man's clothes and stuffed them in a wheat straw stack in the northeast of the village, in case he needed them for another crime. Then he wandered around like a ghost at a little past 12 o'clock on the night of July 27, 2002. Yang Xin-hai came to this small yard again. He took out his fruit knife, inserted it through the crack in the door, silently unbolted it, and gently pushed the door open a crack. Then he slipped through the crack. Yang Xin-hai thought a woman would be easy to handle, so he didn't kill her right away. Instead, he first cut the pull cord of the light switch in the west room and then walked towards the bed. The woman was sleeping soundly. Suddenly, she felt someone standing by the bed and woke up with a start. The Nanyang City Public Security Bureau sent the hair and semen found at the scene to the Hubei Provincial Public Security Department for forensic science and technology identification. The identification result confirmed that a mixed DNA of a man and a woman was detected from the scent in semen. Among the DNA profiles, there was a part that was consistent with the DNA in the hair found at the scene. This was the second time the police had detected Yang Xin-hai's DNA profile from the on-site extracts. He blurted out, "Good, it works well." After saying that, he realized he had said the wrong thing, and shivered. He slowly looked up at the hammer seller, seeing that the man was only focused on his business and didn't pay attention to what he said. He felt relieved. He quickly put the hammer in a plastic bag, paid for it, and left the stall. Then, he went to another stall and spent $4 on a pair of scissors. He also bought gloves and a flashlight at a department store. During the on-site investigation, the police found that the body of the victim, Shang Kuneng, was covered with a sheet with white, gray, and black-blue patches. There was hair on her left finger. The bodies of the two girls were covered with a gray-white quilt. There was a large amount of blood and a small amount of hair. The criminal technology experts from the Nanyang City Public Security Bureau in Hunan province detected a small amount of semen from the on-site extracts sent for testing. The main house consisted of 3 brick and tile rooms facing south in front of the main house. There was a low earthen wall on 3 sides. It was far from other households, easy to enter and escape from, and not easily noticeable, so he chose this house as his target at around midnight. Yang Xin-hai climbed over the low earthen wall and jumped into the yard. He tiptoed to the door of the main house and saw that it was a double wooden door. He knew there must be a bolt behind it. Then he covered the old man's head with a quilt and turned to the kitchen. He hit the old woman and the little girl sleeping with her with the hammer. After Yang Xin-hai was arrested, the investigators asked him, "The people were already dead. Why did you still cut their throats?" Yang Xin-hai replied, "I didn't want them to scream, and I was afraid they would wake up and scream after killing the 4 people in this family." He started looking for money in the 2 rooms. Otherwise, it might have led to another wrongful conviction, with a third person taking the blame for Yang Xin-hai's after Yang Xin-hai's case was solved. The victim woman finally realized what had happened. She said angrily, "Yang Xin-hai deserves to be executed 1,000 times over after the crime in Menglu town." Yang Xin-hai thought that since it was a dark night, the victim woman wouldn't recognize him, and since he didn't kill anyone this time, the police wouldn't pay too much attention. This was another crime committed by the killing maniac, Yang Xin-hai, against a kind person, fortunately. This time, Yang Xin-hai didn't have the intention to kill the innocent woman, was lucky to survive unfortunately. After the incident, when the victim woman reported the details of the attack to the police, she misheard Yang Xin-hai's voice as that of a villager in the same village. Fortunately, The police in Jiangzhou City ruled out this accusation during the investigation. He stole an old man's clothes in a village after getting all the tools ready. Yang Xinhai rode a stolen bicycle with some cheap things like balloons and nail clippers on it. Pretending to be a small trader, he wandered around Menglu town in Jiangzhou City one afternoon. He found a target in Beilu village in Menglu town. There was a standalone yard in the southeast corner of Beilu village. The yard gate faced south. He saw that although the gate was very shabby and made of 2 wooden doors, there was a gatehouse above it, so it was not easy to climb over directly. The walls on both sides of the gate were not high, and there were a lot of logs piled up beside the wall. Yang Xinhai stepped on the logs and climbed. Over the east wall of the gate into the yard, there were 3 main rooms in the north of the yard, with the doors facing south, and a kitchen in the east, with the door facing west. The houses were very shabby. Timid as a mouse and bold as a lion, Yang Xinhai started his life on the run again. Constantly on the move, 20 days later, he reached the area of Zhengzhou in Nanyang City. He bought new tools for his crimes, like a fruit knife and a flashlight, and began looking for new targets on the night of July 21st, 2002. Yang Xinhai carried tools such as a fruit knife and a flashlight and sneaked into a village in Menglu town, Zhengzhou City. He noticed a standalone courtyard in the southwest corner of the village. At 4 o'clock in the summer morning, it was getting a little bright, but Yang Xinhai found it was still very quiet around. He quickly got up and went to the yard in the southeast corner of Beilu village, but because he started late, it was almost dawn when he got there. He calculated the time and thought the 2 old people should be waking up soon if he went in and was discovered. He couldn't carry out his plan. Moreover, even if he wasn't discovered, the time was too short. So he didn't run far. He still hung around Menglu town in Zhengzhou City, waiting for another chance to commit a crime in late July 2002. Taking advantage of the market day in Menglu town, Yang Xinhai mingled with the crowd and bought tools for his crimes in the town. He first spent a little over $7 on a 4-pound octagonal hammer at a street stall. The hammerhead was about 1 foot and 3 or 4 inches long. He held the hammer by the handle and tried it out. But because there were so many people, and Yang Xinhai was hiding among the crowd, the police couldn't find him right away. However, recording Yang Xinhai's DNA profile again, on this occasion, undoubtedly pushed the investigation of Yang Xinhai's case one step forward. An old man was sleeping in the main room, and an old woman and 2 little girls were sleeping in the kitchen. Neither of the 2 doors was closed. Yang Xinhai came here because he saw the little girl the day before. Now, seeing there was another little girl, he was secretly happy, which made him even more brutal in his crime. Yang Xinhai rushed into the main room. He first knocked the old man unconscious with the hammer, then stabbed him in the heart with the scissors, and cut his throat with the scissors. An old couple in their 70s and a little girl of 14 or 15 lived in the yard. The innocent and lovely little girl caught his eye. Yang Xinhai immediately decided to target this family that night. Yang Xinhai slept in a field not far from Beilu village, with the stolen old man's clothes and the newly bought tools under his head. Maybe because he was too tired, he slept soundly when he woke up. It was already a little past 3 o'clock in the morning. Shilisha asked, "Who are you?" Yang Xinhai didn't say a word. Instead, he lunged at the woman. The woman fought back and reached for the light switch pull cord. Yang Xinhai whispered a warning, "If you move, I'll stab you." Then he grabbed her by the neck, frightened. The woman pulled her hand back. Yang Xinhai stopped choking her in the pitch-black night, with no one around. The innocent woman had nowhere to turn for help. she had no choice but to let this cold-blooded devil have his way. He rummaged through the drawers, beds, and cabinets in both rooms, but found nothing. He took a breath and began to vent his evil desires on the bodies of the two girls after the incident. The Zhengzhou City Public Security Bureau considered the case very serious and immediately reported it to the Nanyang City Public Security Bureau. The criminal police from both agencies quickly rushed to the crime scene,